We are going to plant an herb garden today in a small space. It's only 8 feet by about 2.5 feet. So this is to show people that you can garden anywhere. You don't need a lot of space. If you have a patio, you can garden in your kitchen, on a balcony. If you just have a small yard, an herb garden is a great place to start. You only want to grow stuff you're actually going to eat. There's lots of herbs out there. I am just planting the stuff that I know that my family enjoys. We are going to plant basil and oregano, which we already have. Those are mainly for pastas and pizzas. We're going to plant some dill, which is for our canning. We have some lavender already. We have some lemon balm. Then we are going to plant cilantro. And eventually I'm going to plant some catnip. We have 4 cats. I haven't planted any catnip before, so I'm interested to see how they respond to it. So I'm going to show you our plants, and we are going to get to planting. We already have some plants in our herb garden. So we have lemon balm, we have lavender, which smells nice, and we have oregano that we will be using in pizza and pastas and other dishes. I guess for the lemon balm, we will use those in tea, and we like to throw them in our water to kind of spruce up our water. We are going to plant First, we're going to plant peppermint. This is a perennial plant, which means it comes back year after year. I love it if I find a perennial that I enjoy, so I don't have to keep planting it. The less work I have to do, the better. I have a lot of projects that are fun, and if I can use my time wisely, that's always a good thing. So for peppermint, we will be using this to make tea. I am not a tea drinker, but I do like peppermint tea, and the girls love to drink tea, so this is going to be a nice addition. We haven't grown this before. We do have mint, but I'm not going to plant mint over here. I'm actually trying to eradicate most of the mint, knowing that I won't be able to do that because it's so prolific and it's going to come back. It's already in the garden. I'm not a fan of mint because it's such a hardy plant, you just can't get rid of it. But I'm going to try to maintain it and then still use some of that mint. So we also have some herbs that I'm planting that are not perennials. They are annuals, which means you have to plant them every year, or you have to grow them from seed. I have grown some of these from seed before. I've grown, I guess, cilantro and basil from seed. I'm not doing that right now, but my hope is for maybe next season, I will be able to grow a lot of my plants from seed. So this is dill. Most people know dill from, I guess, dill pickles, but I am really excited this year. I haven't done this in a couple years, but in the past I made zucchini pickles with dill. In the canning process, a zucchini pickle is amazing. You can put it on sandwiches. It is just far superior to a typical pickle made from cucumbers. So I'm excited at the end of the season to use this dill to make some zucchini pickles. Next up, we have basil. So this is what basil looks like. And again, we will use basil for pasta, for pizza. And then we have cilantro. And of course, for cilantro, we will be using this and tacos and quesadillas, I guess burritos, for guacamole. So again, I'm only growing stuff that I know I'm going to use, and there's lots of herbs out there, but you want to start with the food you actually are planning on using so that your herb garden has a purpose more than just looking nice. So we're going to go ahead and plant everything. I am going to add some store-bought soil, and then I also have some compost from our animals that I will add into it. I will not be adding extra mulch right now. I just don't have any mulch, but I will come back in the next week or so, and I will be mulching the entire property. So let's go ahead and plant our herbs. To plant all of our plants in our herb garden. Again, this is an 8-foot space by about 2.5 feet. I have at least 7 different types of herbs in here. I am going to plant a few more, especially catnip for the cats. I'm just curious to see how that goes. A few quick tips on the way out. I will give you a quick tour of the new and improved herb garden. I have some rocks in here and some mulch. Those serve 2 purposes. It makes the bed look nicer and more pleasing, but it also keeps down weeds, so I don't have to do much weeding in this section of the garden. Another tip is you can get some of these plants from friends. So if you know someone that's an avid gardener, they probably have oregano, they probably have lavender, they most likely have mint or peppermint. These are plants you can just either take a clipping from and grow, or you can subdivide the plants. So if you're on a budget, but you know a friend who's a gardener, you can probably start a garden for free, and most gardeners are happy to help you because they want to increase the joy of gardening. So thanks again for tuning in, and we will see you in the next episode.